Let's now turn our attention to what is likely to happen in the final. It gives me great pleasure to welcome onto the program Sunil Gavaskar, Dean Jones, and also Kishore Bimani, all three of them with us. Mr. Gavaskar, if I can start with you first with the big burning question I think that all of us are trying to take a look at right now. What is it that you've been able to pick up regarding the pitch in Mumbai? Of course, that's your home turf in a sense, the Wankhede. What are you hearing about the nature of the pitch?
That it has got a little more bounce, a little more carry than usual. And what we've seen in the New Zealand versus Sri Lanka game earlier on, that the ball was thudding into the wicketkeeper's gloves, which will mean that the seamers will have perhaps as important a role to play as the spinners will.
Okay, Kishore Bimani, let me just get you in on that point. The injuries that we've been hearing about, is that going to make a difference? Then Ashish Nehra ruled out. Angelo Matthews might not be playing either. No, nor for that matter, may Murli be playing?
Vikram, let's take it from Murli downwards, because Murli is going to be a huge disappointment for everyone. The psychological advantage he brings, the tremendous skill he brings to the game. If he does not play, Sri Lanka will surely miss him. As far as Nehra is concerned, he's on a roll. He played so well yesterday. He bowled so well yesterday.
But he's out
perhaps
now.
He's out now. Well, maybe this brings Ashwin in, or 2 and 2, whichever way it goes. But where India looks so good for the match day after tomorrow is the fact they're great momentum players. In 1983, when they won the World Cup, Sunil, of course, was there. 212 to chase in Old Trafford. We had played patchily before that. 212 in the semi-final in Old Trafford. They did it fairly easily. Coming to Lords, it was a team that was fired up by this win.
So you're saying that the momentum is something that momentum is something that could help them right now. Mr. Gavaskar, before I turn to Dean Jones, let me get your overall prognosis for the finals. How do you think it's going to stack up?
It's going to be very close. But if Murli and Matthews are not playing for Sri Lanka, then I think it's definitely going to be India. But if they are playing in the side, even if they're not 100% fit, I think it's going to be a close-run finals.
Kishore Bimani was just talking about momentum being something which is favourable. Now, in particular, the Indian fielding and the bowling seems to really be settling down in the last 2 or 3 matches. Is that for you the biggest cause for hope?
Yes, I think it's actually settling down. The whole team has settled down as the matches have gone on. They know that there's only one big game left, and they will all be keyed up for that. Let's hope that they haven't been too drained after 2 very tough matches, one against Australia in the quarterfinals and the semi-finals against Pakistan, and that after a day's rest, they are mentally ready and fit to bring the World Cup home.
All right, Kishore Bimani, let me just get you to, let's just look at the final right now. What do you think India's best bet is? We've been talking about the pitch. What sort of a pitch would you like to see? Fast track? Because Sri Lanka, let's remember, has been used to playing on slow spinning tracks. All their matches have been played out there. So is that what you would like to see? A faster track, batting surface, what?
Well, a spinning track, does it really affect India very much, considering that we play Muralidharan and Mendes fairly well, and so do the Sri Lankans play our spinners fairly well. I think what it comes down to is if the pitch has got a nice carry, which is what Sunil was saying. Now, there's very few people better than Sunil for reading pitches. Now, if it has got a little carry, if it is nice for stroke makers, I'd love to see another magnificent cameo from Sehwag tomorrow, day after tomorrow.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone. Fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.